Hello, hello. Hold on real quick. All right, so right now we're going to be doing a ClairTarot reading for Starseeds. Starseeds, everything is about to get really seriously crazy. I don't know why I'm saying that. We're definitely going to find out from the cards. All right. Got myself all wet. Anyways, we're definitely going to find out from the cards what the heck's going on. Something has shifted within the energies of Starseeds, and it would be good if we're prepared. Not to avoid, not out of fear, but just so that we can make this, I don't know, just so we can make this something that will really help to grow us with minimal struggle, okay? So minimal struggle for Starseeds is what we're aiming for. How's everyone doing? How are the energies treating y'all? Energy been cray over here. It's been seriously crazy. Lots of shifting, lots of energetic dynamics are shifting. Most of them are on a subconscious level, it seems. Oh God, this damn card. This damn card. Okay. You know, it means something different for everyone. But let's go ahead and get more of these damn cards. More damn cards, more. So if you don't know what a starseed is someone who has a greater percentage of their biospiritual coding coming from a galactic source versus, oh, I should shuffle this, coming from galactic source versus terrestrial. Okay, so let's see. La la la. Ooh, I keep on falling. And I love, excuse me, with you. Hi, Jasmine. That's right. I'm having a retreat. There are single digits left for available tickets to the retreat. This is an in-person retreat. We're going to be heading over to the Yellowstone area of Montana. And it's going to be amazing. We're going to take you to places that these are not things you can Google. Okay. Let me just tell you, these are not things you can Google. These are places that we're going to be going to based off of my memory of that land, the ley lines, the way the energetic grid crisscrosses through that park. So this is definitely a mother freaking big deal. It's a big deal. This is my first retreat. We got goodie bags, all kind of good stuff. So let's get you guys more cards. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue. At times I feel good. Sometimes I feel used. Loving you, darling. Okay, card number 37. Focus on the light. Now, Starseeds, what's going on is I've been picking up that with this new moon energy, hence the reason I did a new moon ceremony with y'all, riding on the new moon energy is some really gunky ones. Really gunky energies rooted in nefarious type of darkness, which not to be afraid, just something to be aware of, okay? A lot of people who are normally very docile, very peaceful, very patient, they've been acting up. They've been getting real aggressive, that aggro energy. So, you know, you got to focus on your light. Let's be clear here, okay? I want to really make it very, very clear. This is not a love and light channel. I am not love and light. I am something else. I'm definitely not love and light, okay? But you need to focus on your light right now because you're being surrounded by dark things, dark thoughts, dark energies, dark intentions. It's not necessarily a bad thing because if you are part of that love and light, type of mentality, where's the best place for our light to shine? In the darkness, in the belly of the dark. So focus on your light, okay? Don't allow yourself to get carried away by this freaking torrent of like aggressive, combative energies. A lot of people are experiencing this. It could be various things. It can definitely be various reasons why. There are things that I'm not going to discuss because they're just a little too far for the Gen Pop to accept for now. But focus on your light. It's really, really important to focus on your light. Within that light is the fire that I'm talking about, that sacred flame. If you allow your sacred flame to flare, your light becomes brighter. Okay? So speaking of the fire, speaking of the light, what up, boo? Divine Sunchild, blessings of the Sun Falcon. Look at that. I would love to have a falcon friend, but right now I need to focus. Divine. And yes, I'm checking the book because this deck is new and I can't be bothered to memorize nothing. So, blessings of the divine Sunchild, blessings of the Sun Falcon. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine Sunchild Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It's time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright. I'm just saying, I love it when the messages that I'm given line up with the cards. Let your light burn bright without veil, just like the midsummer sun burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the Sun Falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It's your time to burn bright. Motherfuckers, right in the book. It's in the book. It's in the book. I'm all excited now. Oh, shit. Okay, card number 35. Ooh, okay. It's your time, but it's a long way home. Card number 35. Okay, it's a long way home. This is not just going to happen. This is something you're going to have to put a lot of effort and time into. Remember what I said yesterday. People who don't want to invest in themselves, whether it be through the investment of fiat or the investment of time and energy, you're going to falter. Okay, let's just be real here. I don't care if you book a session with me, if you book a session with someone else, if you get your information from, Google, books, free workshop, I really don't care. But if you're not going to invest in yourself, and that can be time, it can be money, but it has to be some sort of investment. If you think things are just going to be given to you for free, okay, keep thinking that. I'm not going to correct you. But I do know from what I've experienced and from what I've witnessed, you'll fuck yourself up. That's okay. It's your journey. People don't like when you're honest and real. They want sugar coated. Go to a different channel, bro. This is not a love and light channel. This is a rough and raw, real truth channel. This is where you hear the things you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I'm not that kind of girlfriend. I'm really not. Even to my close friends, I will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So don't ask me. If you don't really want to know, don't ask me. Long way home. Look at the elephant. Oh, what is that? Oh, hello. Who are you? Oh, someone's tracking you? I don't like that. Seems like someone's following in the distance. Hot air balloons. See that? There's a little elephant there. Elephants have long memories, okay? Elephants have a very, very long memory. It's time for you to tap into your soul memories, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I love fruit. One of the ways to my heart is food, but you have to give me the right kind of food. If it's not the right kind of food, I just look at you like, you inconsiderate son of a biznatch. You trying to kill me? Okay. Speaking of trying to kill you, card number 23, this motherfucking card. Defend to the end the worthwhile. I don't know who you're defending. This card just irritates the shit out of me, okay? It just irritates me because it keeps coming up. Who do I have to fight for who? I think this might be you. Okay. I don't think I have to fight anyone. I really think what's going on is you're going to have to fight for yourself. You're going to have to recognize, my starseed lovers, you're worth fighting for. You're worth investing into. You're worth the bloody knuckles. Fight for yourself. Don't like dismiss yourself and assume you're not worth it. Okay? Fight for yourself. Don't put it on someone else's shoulders. Fight for yourself. Fight to remember. Fight to remember who you are. Fight to be seen and heard by you, by your mind. Maybe that's what this is. Who knows? Because I ain't fighting nobody for nobody else. I'm just saying. There's these girls that be like fighting each other for a man. Well, take him. If you can take him, take him. Shit, there's so many others. Go ahead, take him. Be happy together. I'm not going to stop it. Just be happy together. I'm move forward. You know, I don't need to fight you. I mean, I'm not opposed to fighting if need be, but over an individual, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm just saying, if you can take him, take him. Key of life, spinning the ankh, the key of life. This is about healing. This is about cycled and shifting yourself, getting yourself out of that hamster wheel of continuously perpetuating wounds from so many lives. Like, we struggle with this so hard. Everybody. If you think that you've healed and that you're woke and you're healed and you all, whatever the fuck people say, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. Okay. As much as I've advanced on my personal journey, I know I have a shit ton of wounds. So many wounds. Wound upon wound. Wounds. I'm like one big walking wound, you know? And that's okay. That's okay. What's not okay, though, is when we refuse to recognize the wounds that we have, and we go ahead and allow those wounds to bleed all over people who had nothing to do with the wound in the first place. That's not okay. So we might have to address that. Starseeds, that's part of the process of self-healing, of ascension, of returning back to your original state of greatness. Okay. Card number 22, like a bird. What? Like a bluebird. Oh, hello, bluebird. Hello. Look at that. Ooh, this card just suddenly took on a different turn. She got her. Now I'm mad. Let me just play my, because I'm about to talk some shit. And I'm trying not to. All right. We are recentered. The singing bowl is calibrated to the throat chakra. Okay, it's calibrated to the throat. So I play it to get myself right. Because, boy, I can talk shit like you wouldn't believe. But we're not trying to go there anymore, girl. We're not trying to go there. We're trying to move forward from that place, right? So this was all pretty and everything until I realized, oh, girlfriend is trying to shut you up, isn't she? She's trying to keep you from singing your truth. Oh, is that right? And she has these, well, are those supposed to be wings? Is she trying to go ahead and make herself seem angelic? I tell you guys, a lot of people think that a lot of people think that angels are all so beautiful and like, you know, the pale hair, the fair skin, the wings, just graceful beings. I can tell you, a lot of demonic things, a lot of really dark, evil kind of dark things come in really pretty packages. Really, really pretty packages. I'm telling you. There's one in particular that creates a lot of havoc. He's ridiculously handsome. Like ridiculously handsome. I'm just telling you. I'm just like, well, hello, you. I know you're demonic. Get your fine ass out of here. I'm not interested. So, yeah, no. Someone who gives the appearance of grace and beauty and angelic and that's what I gotta say about that. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry for yelling. I got out of hand. She's stroking your throat, getting ready to choke you. I'm just saying, you know, just don't. Like, get your hand off my throat. Just saying. And this kind of ties into the next card number 43, come to life. And there you go. You got the demon whore. And I'm not talking about sexual whore. I'm talking about allowing yourself to be whored out to dark presence. Okay? This is not slut shaming. You can get as slutty as you want. That has nothing to do with this reading. This is about being a demon whore. That's my term. Okay? Again, I reiterate, don't be commenting all pissed off saying I'm slut shaming. Get as slutty as you want. Got nothing to do with me or this reading. So this has to do with how like the monkey mind is in cahoots with that demon whore, trying to get you to paint a prettier, sweeter picture when there's some things going on. Look at what's helping you to paint, okay? Just because, and I don't believe snakes are evil, I just am trying to give you visual confirmation in ways that the human mind can comprehend. Look at what's holding the paintbrush. Oh, look at that shizzles. Look at that. Okay. Yes. Yeah, and you're all focused on painting something sweet. Isn't that right? Yeah. Here we go. Soul retrieval, deep soul healing with a goddess. It seems like you're needing to take all your parts back from Demon Whore 1 and 2. I'm just saying. Demon Whore 1 and 2. We would like a refund. Please give us back our energy. Okay? You got to call back all your pieces. Deep soul healing with the goddess. This is allowing your inner sacred feminine, divine sacred feminine to rise up, regardless of your anatomical sex. Good God, my leg is cramping. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. My leg cramps. They got my leg. The demons got my leg, my ass cheek. Hold on. They got my ass cheek. Oh my God. Okay. I'm over here like Nacho Libre and shit. Okay. Other leg. Yes. Okay. Let me quit fucking around. I can't take the demons seriously, y'all. I just can't. Okay. Let me just stop. Soul retrieval, take all those parts back, okay? No one should have access to you that isn't going to grow you. No one should be allowed to feed on you. Very simple. No one should be allowed to feed on you. Now, oh, look at that. Oh, well, shit. We just can't escape this. We just can't escape this shit, y'all. Just the twin shit is all over the place. Is all over the place. I'm about to do some cheerleading and shit. Oh my god. Okay. Just can't. All right. For those sour ass people who are going to be like, this is my life you're talking about. Why are you laughing? Because this shit's funny. A demon grabbed my ass and made it cramp. I can't get serious after that. Okay, card number 46, Night Ride. Are you a ride or die? Are you a ride or die? Are you willing to ride through the night? Okay. Are you willing to ride through the night? Do you remember your wisdom? Okay. Elephants have a tremendously long, accurate memory on what's riding on the elephant, what's riding on the memories. A pair of white owls, pure wisdom, with one sheltering the other. Excuse me. I just needed to burp the disdain regarding twins out my system. So this is about wisdom. You know, this is about you allowing yourself to either be the twin that's needing to be sheltered, rest underneath that wing, or being the twin that is doing the sheltering. Okay? Just allow yourself to remember your wisdom. It's just allowing yourself to remember, you know? Just remember. Do you remember the time we fell in love? Do you remember the time? Card number 14, going beyond normal. Okay, your thoughts keep going, going, going. Look at that. Look at all the cogs in those gears. You have all the time in the world. There's nothing you need to rush, but you do need to keep it together. What do buttons do? They hold things together. You need to keep it together. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean you can't move forward. This has a lot to do with trusting your higher self in its ability to provide guidance, in its ability to provide, period, and its ability to protect you. Okay? Like you're not just some willy-nilly thing that got thought up and tossed out. There was a lot of thought and energy that was put into your creation, into creating you. Recognize that. You know what I mean? You exist on multiple levels. That's why you, on multiple levels, need to hold it together. You also need to be mindful. Oh, is that an... Oh, no, it's not. You also need to be mindful. The key is in the way you express things and what you express. Okay? See the key in her mouth? That's the key. Figuring out what to share and with whom. And I think you guys are getting to a point where that's becoming more obvious. Who you can share with and who you can't. Because let's face it, regardless of your relationship, the kind of bond you have, how long you've known someone, it doesn't matter. Because we all evolve our consciousness and our understanding at different rates. So you could have known someone and been their best friend since second grade, and suddenly you have nothing in common. And that's okay. You can still love them as they are, where they are, but you have to acknowledge you're not at the same place anymore. And you have to begin allowing yourself to get acclimated to wherever you're finally traveling to, where you've risen to. So initiation, oh shoot, spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. So you're being initiated back into the group of, to me, it's common sense. But if I say it in this way, people will think it's rooted in ego, and it's not ego to me because I truly fully believe we're all shoulder to shoulder in this. I'm just going to say, you figure it out for yourself. You're being initiated, for those who are reaching these levels, you're being initiated back into the group of the great ones. That just simply means you've attained a greater level of inner under and overstanding of yourself and your soul and your place in this co-created reality. Okay? And it has nothing to do with other people being not as great. So if you need to take that in an ego type of way, go ahead. I have no problems with my ego. I didn't murder my ego. I didn't get rid of it. I balanced that biznatch. Girl, get your ass in check. That's what I did. That's what I tell my ego. Get your ass in check. We don't got time for your bullshit monkey cock ass games. And then my ego got itself in check. So I can say these things and understand I'm not better than anyone. So those who are entering this group of great ones have also gotten their ego in check. You're not a part of this group if you're thinking great ones means you're better than anyone else. That's not how it works. So card number 39, my home is my castle. Ooh, look at that. This group is fortified, okay? This group, which many starseeds are a part of, it's a very fortified group because there's going to be so many different attempts to tear you down, to shrink you, to force you to confine yourself in the limitations of what the human mind can comprehend. There's a lot of protection around you. I mean, all of us have varying degrees of protection, but this specific group of starseeds, with most the starseeds belonging to it, most, that's why I'm like, don't get too big. Don't get too big-headed. You're not that special. None of us are that special. There's a big-ass group, and we're part of that group, so just don't. But it's fortified. It's fortified. The information that you get, and many of us are going to be downloading tremendous amounts of information at this point. Many of us will not remember what we're downloading. The way this usually presents in real life scenarios is you've been taking a lot of naps. You've been extra tired. No matter how many naps you take, you still wake up exhausted. You wake up feeling as though you have just had the most intense dreams, but you can't remember what it is. Maybe for the first few seconds after waking up, you remember, but after a minute, 2 minutes, it's gone. You're like, what did I dream? What did I dream? You don't get to remember. Well, because it's fortified. The human mind can be hacked. It's a biocomputer. The human mind, the human brain, it's a biocomputer. It can be hacked. Now, if you don't want something that's sensitive information to be accessed by hackers, you don't leave it on the computer. You keep it in an external drive, separate from the computer, not plugged in. So that's what's going on. Okay, don't freak out. I mean, if you're really freaked out, definitely go see the doctor. Make sure your brain's functioning properly. But for most of us, this is what's going on. This is absolutely what's going on. All of this downloaded light code, it's galactic coding, and it's a tremendous amount of information to process. So if you are finding yourself eating way more, it's because you're burning more calories as you're processing this galactic information subconsciously, okay, or unconsciously. If you're finding that you have no appetite at all, that's because much of your biomachine's focus is now on the operating system upgrade. Okay, on the update. So I like to give this this analogy because it really helps people to understand. When you are updating an app on your phone, on your laptop, tablet, whatever it is, when you're updating an app, you can still run the other apps. You can still do whatever you're doing, and that's just updating, When you're updating the operating system, what happens? Everything shuts down. You're not using that tablet, phone, laptop until that shit's done. So that's what's going on. That's why you're taking so many more naps. That's why you're needing to consume so much more calories or not eating. When you're not eating, because the digestive system takes quite a bit of the brain's focus, because you're coordinating so many different organ systems. Okay, you're coordinating so many different organ systems. What ends up happening is that gets paused, so you don't need to eat. And before this happens, what the body and the mind tends to do is have you load up on carbs, load up on fatty, sugary foods that are then stored. Because if you don't use up all that caloric intake, depending on what you're taking in, which most people will take in carbs, carb loading, that gets stored as glycogen and glucogen. You know, it's then stored in the muscles, and the liver during a fight or flight response can tap into that as immediate energy. So that's what's happening. Your muscles are being depleted of the glycogen. And that's why you're not eating, but you're not hungry and you're still fine and all of that. Let me just stop. I'm getting far too deep in human anatomy. Far too deep in this. But that's what's going on. So if you've suddenly lost your appetite, don't force yourself to eat. Listen to your body. Because if you force yourself to eat, chances are you'll feel very sick. Okay? So if you feel hungry, eat. If you don't feel hungry, don't eat. Just listen to your body. Stop trying to fit yourself into a program that's supposed to be spiritual or whatever. And the foods that you eat might change. Okay? A lot of times, what ends up happening, people who are omnivores, meaning they consume animal products, they suddenly don't want any of the animal products. It makes them feel sick. Well, because your body's trying to raise its frequency. And sometimes people who practice a plant-based diet or lifestyle, vegans, they find that they need to consume some animal products, cheese, eggs. You have to listen to your body, okay? Your needs are changing. And the reason vegans in particular would crave or need animal products is because that plummets your frequency. When you go too high in frequency, you get unanchored. Okay, you're untethered from this reality that you're co-creating. That's not beneficial for you. So as a star seed, you need to begin really listening to your system. You need to rest when you're tired, not trip out if you can't sleep. If you're hungry all the time, eat. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Listen to your body. We're really trying to set the stage for a massive rising. Okay, and this is a whole group of souls that's doing this. You're not the only one experiencing these things. And again, I am not a trained medical professional. I am not licensed to treat or diagnose diddly squat. Okay, I'm a stay-at-home mom. So serious. I am a stay-at-home mom. These are my personal thoughts. If you are very concerned, there is nothing silly or stupid about going to a doctor to get checked. What's silly is allowing yourself to be worried that you're having a heart attack and trying to convince yourself it's just my heart chakra activating. Well, what if you're actually having a heart attack? Go get checked. Get checked. It's as simple as, no, it's probably just stress. And then you can go home. You don't even have to tell anyone that you went and got checked. But be responsible for your health. Be responsible for your body. We're definitely going to pull a couple more cards, and then we're going to keep it moving because I need to eat my frutas. Give me a second. What do you want? This deck. Okay. I'm going to pull a card from this deck. Oh. She got her mother freaking stick. She ain't fucking around. She got her stick, y'all. I'm just saying, do I need to get my paddle? Do I need to get my paddle? Oh my God. Let me just... one more shuffle. So there you go. And an answer. I told you I'll need an answer. All right. Keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do, let go of everything else. How freaking appropriate is that? Do what you can do, let go of everything else. Very simple. Very, very simple. Keep it simple. Next one. Oh, you want some, motherfucker? Don't challenge your soul. You will get grabbed by the hair, dragged through the bushes of your path. Don't play around with your soul. Oh my God. Your path is before you now. Even if you sometimes lack confidence to trust in the path that you are upon, know this. You cannot miss your destiny. I shall guide your feet and inspire your heart to keep you true to your rightful divine life path. Trust me. Trust yourself. Take your journey now. And that's what's going on, Starseeds. You are going on a journey right now, a journey deeper into yourselves, deeper into your thoughts, deeper into your feelings, allowing yourself to finally grow. Screw these boxes that people keep trying to put you in. Okay? Let's be real really quick. The person that you know yourself to be is nothing more than a compilation of the perceived notions of what other people say you should be, what they need you to be. You're so much more than that. You're so much more than a living embodiment of someone else's opinions of who you should be. You're so much more than that. Allow yourself to return to who you actually are. That's at the core of your being. Untouched, unaffected by this life. At the core of your being. So, I want you guys to think of the question that's weighing most heavily on your mind, okay? Think of that question. You don't have to write it down unless you want to satisfy my need to be nosy. You definitely do not have to write it down, okay? Ask yourself that question in your mind, and you're about to get an answer. All right, here goes. All right. If you was looking for a sign, this is the sign. This is the sign, okay? This is the sign that first off, you are blossoming. Secondly, just to correct any misconstrued notions of what this symbol is, this is a very ancient symbol of protection. This is not demonic. If you're looking to make this into a satanic thing, then you have to put it on its head. You could turn it upside down, okay? This is not Baphomet, which is represented by this, the goat, with the horns and the ears and the mouth. No, okay? We are writing this up. This is about protection. These are your hands ready to receive the light of your truth, surrounded by protection and allowing yourself to blossom. This is the sign you're waiting for. Secondly, go. The time is right. If you were thinking of quitting your job, if you're thinking of starting a new career, creating your own business, leaving a relationship, moving in with someone, whatever it is that you've been so afraid to do because you lack the confidence in yourself and your ability to receive divine guidance from your higher self, go. The time is right. There's nothing left for you to wait for. Whether you understand it or not, the time is right, okay? Now, If you weren't divinely guided by your higher self to quit your job, don't be quitting your job and then blaming me. Okay, I'm talking about divine guidance. That was just used as an example. If you weren't being divinely guided to leave your relationship, but you just want something new, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about divine guidance. Whatever your soul is divinely guiding you to, but you've been afraid to do it, afraid to take that first step. Now is the time to do that. Take that first step. Get going. Get going. Let's do one final card because I have my sessions starting. I have my fruit waiting. Let's do this. One final card. Okay. Starseeds. Let's get ready. I have a feeling this is going to make y'all cry. I don't know why. Ooh, I'm told this card too. All right. I have a feeling. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Feelings of love. I don't know the rest of the song. Let's get you one more card, okay? All right. I'm just saying. I keep on falling. And up a little. Okay, card number 29, the right choice. Okay, the right choice. Let's do this first. With you, sometimes I love you. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that's in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. Within you, I recognize my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. So I say, hello, my old and dear friend, so lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love, for it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. On the path of love, there's not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here. Only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyze, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it doesn't mean the right choice, the heart choice, becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail, and the way forward must be taken. So can you give up what you have planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts pure and true intention into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead. It will lead you along the right path to the right house where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I've been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It's time for us to play." Ooh. Let me get your next card. I'm just saying. We need to say, "Gee-hoo!" We get Hawaiian with this. Okay. Card number 9. The impossible made possible. Love brings the sea into boiling and turns the mountain into a pebble. Love creates infinite openings in the dark sky and shudders the earth with its magnitude. She spins, this great earth goddess, upon invisible strings amongst a wildly pulsating belly of life. Stars are born, live, and die all around her. Life moves in constant flux, and still she spins in her great, loving, constant pirouette. How can this be? All of creation is born from nothing. Out of endless silence and darkness, light emerges. What strange magic is this? The sun heats the solar system and burns with a power to destroy life, yet it's a force by which life is sustained. Surely this makes no sense and cannot be. We dance in the realm of the impossible made possible constantly, you and I. We are so engrossed in it, so familiar with it, and yet blind to it, that these constant impossibilities happening in every moment fail to inspire us. Yet, what are your biggest, boldest, most extraordinarily impossible dreams compared to this great impossibility of life itself? They are but tiny seeds in the Creator's masterful hand being now planted in the heavenly garden. Yes, they are being planted right now, for the moon tells us the time is right. Most tenderly, they shall be watched over, nurtured into fullness according to the season. Yes, that growth is assured. The impossible is now made possible. We only limit what we believe to be possible by our lack of imagination. The divine has recourse to all that is and all that is yet to be. Is there any limit to the resources of the heavens? No. So then why has not every impossible dream now been rendered possible, indeed manifest in shining glory upon the earth? The human heart knows everything in vision can manifest according to divine timing and grace. Yet the mind does quake with fear, so much so that it will not listen to the heart at times. That fear is a childlike nightmare, that should you offer yourself up to the sacred loving power of the great Creator, you might be found to be lacking. The mind holds itself captive with dark fantasies of that profound rejection, and then avoids confronting it directly at all costs. It creates barriers instead, truly nothing more than lines in the sand it believed to be forts. This totally ties into lines in the sand believed to be forts. Okay? Don't become a prisoner of your own limited belief system. That cage door is open. All you have to do is step outside it. No one can push you out. No one can rush you. That door is open. It's been open your entire life, and yet you continue to exist within a gilded cage. Step outside the cage. It's very simple. It's a very peaceful process. Very, very simple and very, very peaceful. Allow yourself to finally be free. Okay? Be free of all of these limitations that you've allowed yourself to believe in. You have allowed your fear to become more powerful than your knowing of who you are, knowing of what you are. You've convinced yourself you're far less than what you actually are, and it's time to stop living that lie. It's time. Okay? So this is the sign. It's time. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I am live. I love you guys so much. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me. It really, really means a lot. Like, you don't have to take in anything I say. You don't have to consider anything I say. So when you do, when you share this space with me and allow me to share my thoughts, my interpretations of these cards, it means a lot. It truly does. And I thank you. From the deepest depths of my heart's oceans, I thank you. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.